Background. It's doing that. How you doing, Captain? Let's Hades soundtrack. Actually, let's do new. How y'all doing today? Alright, I am really excited for this tournament. I'm not gonna lie. It came out of just being one of the most stacked events I'm gonna have this year. Like, maybe actually it probably will be this year. I don't think anything else is gonna beat it. Uh, maybe actually probably Mabora beats it actually. Then probably Delphine Maza going. But aside from that, this is all we got. That's where Sonic is gonna get second again. I mean, if the writers are good at their job, he will. If this week's gonna be amazing. Yeah, actually I didn't know it was this week. I thought it was the week after this one. I thought this week was the World Week. But we have so many events in September. We have this one, that we have Umbora plus UFA, and then we have the Invitational. It is. How's that rare rookie top 10 prediction going? I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. He's ruining my career. He really is. It's crazy what he did. Another major win. 2 in 1 year is unbelievable. Also, isn't it crazy that we had one new 2023 being Zomba, and this year we've had Shattuck, Eru, Tama P, and her all in me. Like, that is unbelievable. He's got an easy path to top 24. I assume you're talking about Sonics, but honestly, Sonics always has an easy path to top 24. It's really good. He doesn't really have any people that you can put in his way that are like, ooh, that's a scary matchup for him. Now, Shuton actually might be a little scary. I wouldn't that shocked we saw Olimar come out that set just because of how good Sonics is at the matchup. I think Olimar does like all right. It's not incredible by any means. Tweak Mia, oh, we get that run back. That's so exciting. Who do I think wins that one? I probably would still go with Mia, to be honest. I wouldn't even be surprised if Mia brought up a Steve versus Tweak if the Game & Watch started losing, but that's a big if. I think Diddy Kong really struggles versus Game & Watch. I'm pretty sure Tweak have been like he tried Sephiroth. I think the last time we played a good Game & Watch, which isn't like ideal. You know, if we're gonna be picking a secondary for Game & Watch, there's better sorties. And by that I mean I think literally every other sword character in the game. Maybe not Robin. Like only Shuton can stop songs from entering top 8. Yeah, I haven't looked. I mean, I guess now, but that's what I'm thinking. How you doing, Commander Calico? A new room? Yes, I moved in my college apartment now. That's why also there's gonna be just less kind of content happening now. Which, to be fair, there already kind of was. I tried a little harder in August. Um, but there's gonna be less. I think the Riptide video. I'll still make sure to do the predictions. That's like those are my favorite videos. But I'll do my best. The drama is so massive. It's like an insurmountable amount of drama. I don't think we're ever gonna be able to honestly get over it. Okay, Sonic's Peanut. Low key, Peanut has a chance of winning that one. I think Mega Man is actually decent into Sonic. You have pellets to. I mean, I was just talking with Peanut about this the other day. The pellets are really good at disturbing Sonic. They're just a thing that's in his way that just stops him from doing what he wants to do. Obviously, very scary. Is this a super major or just a major? This is a premiere. It's a P tier. I guess super major then. Yeah, this is the big books. I can totally see that. Yeah, and the way that people have been playing as well recently, it's possible, but also you can say the same thing about Sonic. You can say more about Sonic. We have Shootone Apple Reviewer. Now, I might be wrong about this, but doesn't Shootone like hate me Brawler like notoriously? And I think Brawler does really well into Olimar as well, actually. Now I believe Apple Reviewer is primarily an Ice Climbers player. But I'm pretty sure he also has a Brawler. This could be like absolute upset if he doesn't like that matchup. Brawler is a character that I don't like that matchup either, to be honest. Is Akola dodging this one? Yeah, Akola is not going to be coming this one. To be fair, though, like everyone was dodging this one until like 2 weeks ago when everyone just showed up. Like you can't give them slack for it. Apple Reviewer is a Brawler player now. Oh, just Brawler. Okay, or maybe they Brawler instead of whatever it is. Guys, here Ices, you did, and Shuko lost to Sin, wasn't it? But Sin's crazy. I don't think that's gonna happen with the Ices. Maybe. Hold, please go to stuff. I know. I just want to see how he would do. Like, I want to see how he would do against Shattuck in his current form and Sonic's in his current form. Obviously, Sonic. I mean, they played at what's it called, Nova. But I really want to see how he would do. And actually, did Shattuck and Akola play the Super? Or did Shattuck get upset? I can't recall. I honestly don't need to worry about Samus tournament because there's not many Samuses. You're one of the lucky ones. Got a lot of Link players in my online region. Ew, Link. That's an interesting one. Online, like offline, that sounds kind of nice because you get to see cool Link gameplay, but online, it's a lot of Cloud in your region. I don't mind fighting Cloud. I think that's a fun one just because he's so simple. I think Akola is confident in Steve versus Sonics. Yeah, I do too, and it's so surprising to me because I think that matchup is the character's worst. I don't really see where he finds the faith in it. But I think Sonics is too good at Aegis or against Aegis for this to be a secondary, so I would definitely respect the choice of picking Steve. How you doing, GQ boy? Or G boy? GQ boy is your clan, right? I just like figured that out the other day. Scared me. Maybe that was something else. PK Chris could give Riddles trouble. Chris has been on the rise recently. I mean, PK Chris is really good. I think that he should be fine, just considering it's Kazuya Nesto. Maybe. If you don't like playing Cloud, you don't like Smash Ultimate. Yeah, I mean, like, how do you not like just back airing on people's shield? That's just like, it's therapy. I believe in the Quid one. I didn't even know Quid was. Oh, he's right here. Oh my god, I believe in the Quid one too. I didn't even know he was here. He better not DQ. I'll actually cry. Pokemon Trainer Aegis does not sound fun for Pokemon. I don't. Great matchup. Did you watch the Throne Roundtable? No, I didn't. Was it good? I didn't even know it happened. Forgot Watch Stones happening. God, we got a lot. Give me the bullet notes or whatever. If Steve can maintain the lead versus Sonics, he wins. Yeah, but like you have to maintain the lead versus Sonic. Like, yeah, it's the same for Pikachu and Aegis and Snake, and that's why the character's good. It's really hard to do that. It's like the problem is I think Sonic's actually pretty good at breaking the walls as well. Surprisingly, right? Like I just think moves like specifically back air are just so good for it. Actually, maybe he can punish back air. That's not the safest move. Anyway, there'll be no qualifiers, only 6 vote-ins. I don't love that, but I understand they're doing it that way. I don't love it. Hopefully, that will allow for more international. Because what was the Watch the Throne crew right now? If anyone has that list. Vibes, unfortunately. I'm sad Leo can't be here for Riptide. Yeah, I'm a little sad as well. It's because he's in. Oh yeah, he's in Japan with Meister. Is there a major this weekend in Japan? I don't think so. But it's crazy that just they're randomly there, Meister and Leo, for seemingly no. Well, obviously for seemingly no. Meister vs Mia was kind of disappointing, but Meister vs Osimo made up for. I haven't been able to watch any of the Meister sets, unfortunately. But I hear he's been doing pretty well, right? Like I know he missed top 8 at one of the majors, but he got 3rd place at one of them as well. it's definitely not a good matchup, but not a winnable at all. I mean, of course, Steve, even if you are like at 100% of your last stock and your opponent's at 0 on 3 stocks, I would still think you have a chance. Qualifiers for Throne is kind of disappointing. Yeah, I wish there were qualifiers. It just makes it more exciting. But again, I understand. Want to do that maybe just involving yourself in other tournaments, well, especially with like I don't know what their policies would be on qualifying events like that, because like all of the recent invitationals really haven't had qualifiers, have they? I guess there hasn't been too many of them, but like the Luminosity ones haven't had qualifiers. I guess the Invitational technically had a qualifier. MKLeo won a weekly Sumafa rather. That was unranked but equivalent to a B plus. Yeah, see that's what people don't get about Japan. They're always complaining about like, oh, these guys they get majors every weekend, blah 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 blah. But what they don't understand is that if it wasn't for like the fact that these tournaments are locals, they would be having a B tier or a C tier, a C plus tier at least every day. Like it could be worse. Still Yoshi versus squad players, but if it doesn't work out, switch to Bowser. I actually think Bowser just loud. Maybe even to the point of where winning is maybe far, but I could see it being even. I think the heavies actually do pretty good against Cloud, in my opinion. Just because like even K roll can edge guard with the air. It's the freest thing in the world. They lost to Akka and winners, but they got his run back in Grants. Wow, that is very impressive. Now I think Joker does really well against here, but that's still very impressive. Hop, Duckaming, Duckabata beat Alandis. Really? In Duck Hunt Snake? I actually think that's an O. But still, Alandis is that's the Duckabata. I'd probably regard him as the best. No, MZK I would regard as the best Duck Hunt, but Duckabata is definitely better. Okay, let's actually talk about this bracket because we're 10 minutes into the stream and we haven't. We're gonna have Quid as someone who absolutely could pull off the upsets. I don't think it's gonna happen because, as I said, I don't think Pokemon Trainer is good against Aegis. He's got like the 2 best Aegis players in the world. So that's a little bit unlucky. And then you have Zomba. Who do we think wins between Shuto and Zomba? I think it's probably you would expect Shuto to win. I think the matchup's pretty difficult for Rob. I think Zomba's pretty good at the match. Well, obviously have a clear position. I also think Olimar is not. I think Quid can beat Cosmos, but not Shuto. I think if he can beat Cosmos, he can beat Shuton. I don't think there is a gap between the two, of course, but I don't think it's significant before I would count him out. But I just don't think he'll beat either, if I'm being honest. So yeah, I think that part of the bracket will probably just go as seeded with the high variance play. Maybe Apple. Okay, maybe you get Apple Reviewer beats Shootone, Quid beats Cosmos, Quid beats Apple Reviewer, Quid beats Zamba. Okay, that's the narrative that we're actually with because I need Quid to. All right, got Hurt versus Fritzy, who is Toon Link, right? She should be fine there. I mean, he has lost to level 1, but level 1 is different. Fair. Candle, Olimar Snake, I personally don't love, but Olimar is right. So. Hurt Cola. That's a banger. Oh my god, I need that. That's so bad. Beast Mode Ball, please do not for me. Or Justice. That would be. To be fair, so would Beast Mode Ball hurt, but Hurt Cola, oh my god. I don't foresee many obvious upsets before the later part of the bracket, to be honest. Yeah, from what I've seen so far, I think most of it will probably go as expected. Maybe Wrath upset over Onin. I actually think there's a very high possibility for Wrath having an upset over Onin. But I would expect Shaq to beat both Onin and Wrath if he's playing well. Luis is always someone that you got to look out for. He's a player with high variance. I got Beast with Paul winning over Cola. Yeah, I think of like recent form that honestly might be fair. I haven't really been paying attention to Cola, to be fair, though. But I think Beast with Paul's been doing pretty well recently. But he beat Light at that one beat. But yeah, Beast with Paul over Cola is definitely possible. I think the matchup isn't honestly terrible for Hero. As I've said before, I think Roy doesn't his other sword characters just because how his sword works. Hurt Candle is scary for Hurt low-key. Yeah, I think Olimar is scary for Snake. Oh yeah, Candle's a lot of wins versus Okage as well. That is tricky. I still think Hurt's gonna win because but that's definitely scary. Or better not get upset when I'm seeing fight Sonics. I know. It'd be such a banger. But I also wouldn't mind seeing Shattuck Sonics. Assuming it's between two, which again I do. Then you're gonna have Mia versus Paris. Who's Paris' game? He's absolutely good. Mega, he should be fine. I think Mega is. If it was anyone but Mia, I'd be like, Omega's got a shot. And I still think he has a shot. You can call that delusional. I call that Omega. But obviously, you would heavily, heavily favor Mia there. Then you have Europe over Lima. I don't agree with that seating necessarily. Not to say super bad, of course. Switch them. But I would expect Lima to beat Syrup. I think Ness or Steve Bayo is actually pretty good for Bayo. By that I mean, but the way that Lima plays it, it's like slightly winning. Basemate beating Omega, low key. Basemate just so good. He ruins all my bracket predictions because I'll never in a million years predict the Puff player to win unless they're playing like a Cloud or a Fox maybe. But he's just so goddamn. Regardless though, Mia would be big, so nothing to worry about there. I think Lima has a absolute chance. In fact, I think Lima has a decent chance of a 60-40, which is like pretty good versus Mia. As for Syrup, I think it's a lot lower. I think Mia's really good against Steve. I don't think that Ness game will for Ness at all. So, like, it's like a terrible, terrible matchup. You can just bucket the up B or key the air dodge, and he's just dead. He can't do anything. I can see Geist beating Snow. A lot of match experience with Wizzy and Karama. Maybe. Geist is pretty good. I think Snow will probably still win just because he's better. Sorry, guys. But I wouldn't count Geist out. What do we think about that matchup? I actually have no opinion. Bayonetta, I couldn't even fathom. I would just guess Bayo because but you have Tweak versus Anthony isn't cool. Who is Steve? That is scary. But Tweak's been looking, better versus. Obviously, he will beat Syrup at Dommel, I believe it was. So he definitely put some time into that matchup. Should be okay, but definitely something to look out for. And you Tweak Icy Mist. God, Icy Mist. I would never want to see Icy Mist in my bracket. What is Tweak's record versus Samus players? I think he lost his time we ever played him. And then Diddy Kong Samus. I actually don't know how that match. Oh, I feel like charge out like Fly Banana actually. Guys, sometimes Snow you didn't hear from here. Very even, and Snow has trouble versus Tama. Ooh. Okay, to be fair though, Tama's like goated. But Diddy Samus is pretty bad for Diddy. Okay, so the charge shot does fuck with the card then. That's scary. I give Tweak the benefit of the doubt. Let's see his Tweak. But I think this bracket is honestly pretty trashful. If he gets to Snow, I think he'll be fine. I just think Tweak's really hard to box with, especially with like Diddy Kong having down tilt having up as well, specifically for Mario would be also versus Mario. Pretty difficult. Aaron could upset guys though. I think there's a possibility there. I think Diddy Bayo is not decent for Diddy, but maybe slight Diddy favor. So I think if an upset were to be happening, it would most likely happen in this part of the bracket right here. And I think that there's a chance that both of our top seeds could get upset. Like, I could see Tweak falling to either Anthony Pool or Icy Mist. And I could see Snow falling to Geist. I think he should be fine versus Quandale, even though that matchup is awful. He's pretty good at it. He also has the Aegis secondary, which he might bring out versus Steve. Who do I think is gonna... I actually have no idea who I think is gonna come out on top for this like chunk of the bracket right here. Because if it's Icy Mist Geist, I would probably favor Icy Mist. If it's Icy Mist Snow, I would probably favor... Well, that's assuming Icy Mist doesn't get upset by Anarchy, which could also happen. I think Anarchy's really good. I think Greninja's Samus. This is tough. This is... Okay, I'll come back to this part of the bracket. This is like high key. These Samus is pretty bad for Diddy. I think I already read that. But Loki Snow has a good chance of making it through winners. I don't know about a good chance, but he's got a chance. He always does. And then finally Spargo, Sundito, he should be fine there. Chase, he should be fine. Chase is scary. Same thing with Paul Kage. Either of these guys, I never want to see in my bracket. They're just really good players. But you would expect Spargo to come on top, especially versus like Palutena. Like, that's like the Fundies character versus the Fundies player. Then we get the Buzz Mugen or the Buzz. Yeah, he has struggled a lot versus Cola in the past. I don't know. That's probably more of a Cola issue than a Roy issue. Yude Swampy. Yude's better not be losing or no Palutena. Unless Swampy goes Banjo. In which case, a little scary. Then you have Mutates the Buzz, which I recall correctly, typically goes into the Buzz's favor. But that's out my ass. I don't know. Regardless, like you'd have Spargo heavy favorite versus the Buzz. If I remember correctly, I don't think the Buzz has ever taken a set up Spargo. Maybe the mid comes out, does some work though. And then Mude Spargo, I have no idea. Who would you favor? Because Spargo is obviously coming into this event extremely hot off of that really nice win that he had to Supernova. He won Supernova. I'm not correct. Yeah, he did. He played Roy in Grants. How could I forget? Yeah, he's obviously coming in super hot, and Udace did not do like 65th or something. Now the momentum isn't like actually a thing. If you're this experienced at this point, like you're gonna be able to shake off a 65th, but the confidence that you get from a win, I think, can't be undervalued. But maybe he would get complacent, Spargo. I don't think he's the complacent type though. I think Spargo has realized, or if Spargo should realize, that this is his best chance to become the best player in the world. This is the best chance he's ever had. Because you have Akola and Mia, both of them starting off the season with a bad placement. And you also have a P tier over Sonics, because he just didn't go. And 2 wins over Sonics, more importantly. Or just 1 win, actually, because Shiny Mark. Who beat Sonics in Supernova winner's side? Because I remember he went on a crazy losers run. He was someone who should not have beat. I remember. Unbelievable that happened. The Buzz JV4 being. I can't believe you gave up that information for free. You never would have heard that from me. I don't think the Buzz has taken a game in their last 3 sets, if I recall correctly. That's tough. That is tough. Osimo, Aiken. Oh, we got a Ryu Ditto? That's kind of a banger. Aiken, or Osimo should win, though. But still, banger. Guy. I don't know who's going. So shout out to Atata though. I think Atata's been pretty good recently. Like much better than I would expect Ness to be doing in the current meta. I think this meta is really difficult for Ness, but maybe not though, because people are saying PK Chris has been doing good. Gax obviously been killing it. Osimo Light. Crazy that Osimo's seated above Light. I agree with it though. Osimo's been doing pretty good in the season. I don't think Light did great at Supernova. And I would also agree that Light for Osimo should be Light. I think Shotos are very difficult for Fox. Like you just cannot touch those characters' shield, which is like what Fox is at. Obviously breaking focus isn't that big of an issue. Dealing with fireball isn't that big of an issue. But just like the normal pressure that you get with Fox is significantly worse. Also the way that Osimo hits specifically, it's tough. Then you're gonna have, or no, I already talked about that. This is before Light Jackal. That's a banger. I would expect Light to win. Usually does. Whoops. Background. Fargo Dub. Yeah, got a good chance. Snow. I have no idea what he's. But I disagree. Cosmic Irony means Light will lose to Japanese players. Just writing from above. Okay, and then for our quarters matches, you have Sonic Shiton. You would expect Sonic's to win. Is Sonic's first seed? Did he just not? I'm sorry. Did we forget the tournament that just happened? The only thing that we can base this off of? Did we forget about this one? Hello? Oh, so was the one that beat Sonic Supernova. Thank you, Kay. Thank you, thank you. But anyway, yeah. Spargo, who just won, and also got third. Mia didn't even make top 8 at Supernova. Now, Mia's has won major since Supernova. But I don't agree. I think Spargo should be first seed. Absolutely. He just won. Anyway, doesn't matter. Well, it does matter a lot, actually. But moving on. You have Sonic Shootone, which I would expect Sonic to win that one, but I think Shootone, it's like a 55-40. It's not like super, super heavily to either player's favor. Then you have Hurt Shattuck, which I would definitely favor Hurt. Matchup's tough. It's a tough matchup for Corrin. It's not as bad as Corrin players make it out to be. I think if they learned how to space with up air, back air, fine. Maybe Shattuck has figured that out. I also want to see Corrin players like pinning Grenade. Like just for like shield poke stuff. That's a lot more hard though. That's like 4 years from now when only people play Corrin and Snake. That's what people are gonna be doing. But I'd still like to see it. I heard there was drama. Here's the thing, there actually is drama this time around. This is the first ever stream where we've had drama because the top 3 seeds are poorly done. I would switch Spargo and Sonics. I don't see the logic. Well, I see the logic. Of course I see why Sonics is first seed. I just don't agree with it. Straight up. And you might say, hey, that's recency bias, that Spargo is the first seed. Yeah, that's how seeding works. Hello? That's like what you're supposed to do it off of. And Sonics also recently has been good. But I just agree. Corrin seems like she does well. She's slow, but I don't know. The problem for Corrin in that matchup is that she doesn't actually have really any. Well, she has some true combos, of course, but she doesn't have many true combos, and Snake is able to escape those combos really quickly. And then also the fact that she has this like massive sword that is almost guaranteed to hit the grenade. So if you're not spacing like perfectly, you're gonna get blown. You're gonna lose your advantage state. Off stage can be tough for Corrin as well. Obviously, her mobility being bad isn't, because sometimes Snake can just like avoid the disadvantage by be reversing, like she's not able to follow him on the ground. Spark won the last P tier, right? And it was the only one of the season. Well, no, there was another P tier this season that he got third at. Hello? Like, I don't know. Maybe. I wish I had Riptide Cedars in the chat so they could tell me why. Well, the why is because he's gotten second at every event he's been to. I understand that. But a 5th, a 3rd, and a 1st, especially when the first, you beat the guy that's the first seed. But also, if we're going to have Mia above Spargo, then I also think Mia should be above Sonics. If we don't care that he did that at Supernova, then he should be the first seed. He's already won like 3 majors this season. He won what's it called? He won Umbora or Kagnivi, the biggest event of the year probably. This is bad. Bad seeding. First ever time I think actually genuinely in my life that I'm unhappy with the seeding. It'd be really funny if Sonic got second again. It really would. Like genuinely hysterical. It's statistically likely. I mean, I suppose it's been a year since that stat's been proven wrong. So, quit top 16. He has a very hard bracket. Well, actually, let me look this up. Let me look up a Pokemon Trainer matchup chart. Pokemon Trainer Club. What's that about? From 2020. Let's keep it, if they exist. I don't know if people still play this character. This is not from 2024, but that's fine. Where is Aegis? Aegis is not in slight advantage. Really? Is this a credible source? This is great. I don't think I agree with that at all. We find a more recent Pokemon trainer matchup chart. Doesn't look like it. Here, I'll look at an Aegis matchup chart. Loki Hurt beats Sonics twice to win like we did at LMBM. I can see it. I think, yeah, Hurt Sonics is one of the sets that I'm honestly the most excited for. All right, Pyramithra. This one has PT in probably in this here. I can't see, but I know he's not in this here. That means he's gonna be somewhere. This tier right here. It's gonna bug me if I can't find him though. I'm sorry that this isn't very entertaining. Like, is Pokemon Trainer not on here? Am I going crazy? This Aegis player robbed me. I'll just go to a different match chart. The experience. Why even make the matchup chart of half the whatever? Okay, so PT is also presumably, but I still cannot find them. I don't know why they're so elusive. If Sparkle wins this, I think Sparkle is the best player in the world. Yeah. Well, as it stands, I think right now I would peg Spargo or Mia as the best player in the world. It's tough for Mia because he does have that bad placement, but he's also got a big win in Major. This is actually making me like genuinely angry. Also, why are these the ones that are coming up? I just want to find it. Do you think Light can make top 8? Okay, we're moving on. I never got my answer. Do I think Light can make top 8? Yes, I do think Light can make top 8. He has a tough draw in the winner side, if I recall correctly, with Osimo. Is it unwinnable? No, you are still Fox. Fox has a lot of ways to break focus. Like, once Fox gets his hands on Ryu, it's really, really good for Fox. And Reflector's super strong in that matchup just because of how important Fireball is. But your normal Fox plan isn't going to work. So if Light has a custom plan going in to that matchup, which I expect him to at this point, he could do it, but you wouldn't favor him. And then if he does beat Osimo, he's got Spargo for a top 8 qualifier, which is absolutely doable. In the loser side, though, he has Riddles, which is it's kind of tough for the same reasons that Ryu is tough with the auto turnaround. Then you have Syrup, which is Steve, and then you have Shattuck, which is like the only good matchup that he has on paper. But Shattuck has beaten him in their last 2 encounters. So I think Light would have a hard time making top 8, but I would never say that he can't. I think that's a player that he can never truly count out, even in these bad matchups. And that's assuming that he gets like Riddle Syrup, obviously. But based off what I saw from the bracket, I think those were. I think if Light preps and is playing good, he does. Yeah, I mean, if Light's playing good, I think Light is a player with some of the highest variance of the top 10. Actually, no, he has the highest variance in the top 10, I think. Him or Tweak. Or Spark, honestly. Okay, maybe I'd have to rethink that. But it's like, you can tell when Light's playing bad, because he's not reacting in time. Like, he has such a reactionary playstyle that you just immediately are like, oh, he didn't hit that? He should hit that. And if you're not hitting that, obviously, you're on this Fox. So, yeah, I agree. If he's playing well, then absolutely he can make top 8. If he's playing well, he can win the whole damn thing. Like, I don't think there's anyone in this top 8 that, like, cannot beat. Like, the only one that I would maybe say would be Mia, but he's beaten Mia in their last encounter, so. I think Snow has a really good chance for top 8, if not top 4. I don't want to say top 4, just because you'd have to outplace Sonic, Spargo, Mia, Shattuck, at least. Tweak as well. But I agree with you that his bracket's okay. Quandale and Geist are not great. Actually, I think Geist is a tough draw. We were talking about that earlier. He's had a bit of struggles with Tom P. Geist is apparently very good at that matchup. And then Steve's not great for Mario. I think Tweak. Actually, I don't think Snow in top 8. I shouldn't say I don't think it can happen. Well, obviously, he can make a loser. Like the losers, once Snow gets sent to the loser side, he can do literally whatever. I would be like, yeah, that makes sense. And there's no one that he's projected to get in the loser side that I think was too difficult for him to overcome, aside from Beast Mode Paul. Just because the language barrier, and also I think the matchup's not terrible for here. Actually, I don't know his record versus Shuton. Probably not great though, if I had to guess. Here, let's do my picks for top 8. But chat, remember, if we're gonna do our picks for top 8, you have to promise to still watch the video. That's the only rule. I definitely think Yoshi can. Samus is just tough. Yeah, I would agree. What's tough about that matchup? I just dealing with Charge. So hit Samus's shield either, which obviously is fun because a lot of really shield mix. I didn't even think about that till now. Got back air, down air, and up air. But that's obviously not gonna. I promise. Okay, Casey, if you promise, then I can see it. I believe that Snow will make the run. It has to be to the loser side though, because I need to side. I guess Tweak could get. Oh, this is the one actually, do you know what? No, I will make a new one properly. Chess memorization, everyone. Let's say thank you. It's possible. What would be a lot less flashy. So for my winner's side matchups, I actually think it might go exactly as seeding. No. But I'm not gonna lie to you guys for content more than I already do. Here. I'll let us on screen that. Find this. Stupidly. Nope. Like can make it to top 8, I believe. Yeah, he can. It's just hard. Yeah, I do think Sonic's is the most likely outcome. I also think Hurt is the most likely outcome. Unless then it's because if Cola beats Hurt, which could happen, I would probably no, I would heavily favor Shattuck versus Cola. I think Roy versus Corn's pretty bad. As I've talked about in this stream, the sword he did, it was just not fun. Especially against Corn. Oh my god, I didn't even think about how big that sword is. Mia Tweak, yeah, I would definitely favor Mia here. Game Watch Diddy sucks. And Steve isn't that much better. And then you have Spargo Osmo, in which case I would also heavily favor Spargo. He kind of like destroyed Osimo, if I recall correctly, the last time he played. Also over Tweak is possible, but Osmo being seed over Tweak as well. Is he? I didn't even notice that. He is. Osmo seeded high. Hold on. Has Osmo been like killing it? It's like I know he's been doing good. But I don't think it was that good. Also, Tweak, no, he didn't do bad at Supernova. He got 9, didn't he? Why is this not? Why is this not working? Come on, Smash that. You're letting me down. Embarrassing me in front of the chat. He's playing. Come on. The blue ball. I need to know why they did such a bad or good job at leading this event. For shoot on too. I just don't get. Okay, I'm gonna. There we go. God damn it. Error. Why would you wait to load for like a minute and then give me an error? Like, what's the point in that? It's just rude. We got 9th. Okay. All right. Let's see. So 7th here. These are old actually. Did they stop updating PG stats? I thought they were gonna keep doing it. Well, shoot. I have no idea how to look at. I guess we can just. Oh, I'll see what's. We're gonna go to the Dark Ages. Oh, look away. God. All right, he's got 4th at the Invitational. He's got 13th here, which isn't amazing. 4th. It's okay. I forgot he did that well. Supernova. That's my bad. I forgot he just went crazy at Supernova. What's he got here? I forgot this top 8, honestly, entirely almost, except for the top 3. Okay, so do you know what? Osimo over Tweak, I can live with. Because, you know, he's got more results than Tweak this season. And most of them are good. Like 7th at Kagedibi, great. 4th, obviously amazing. 4th, amazing. 13th isn't the best, but compared to 1/9. Yeah, okay, so Osimo over Tweak, that's fine. But this top 3 is still Garbo. There's nothing's gonna be able to change my mind on that. Okay, let's look at these loser side matches. Osmo's very consistent for the most part. Yeah, he's a very good player. I just didn't know. I just forgot he did that good at Supernova. So this is likely to be Shattuck. And his most likely opponents are what? Syrup, Light, Riddles, Jazo as well. I can't count Jazo the way he's playing. Actually, Shaq. Like, I would heavily favor him versus Riddles. I think that matchup's awful. I would heavily favor him versus Syrup as well. I think he would play Nessie. Stevenson. I wouldn't heavy favor him versus Light. I would just slightly favor him versus Light. Maybe even a dead even just matchup. He lost to Tweak last time. I assume you are referring to Osimo. And he will probably lose to Tweak this time as well. But that's not how seeding works. Like, you can't use head-to-head and seed. So it's irrelevant, in my opinion. It's only off of their recent result. Because then Sonics would be the second seed at every event. Like, he should be at this one, by the way. Or third seed, IMO. Tass isn't really a mid-loss. He's been doing good this season. Who is Tass? Mid-losses with Zuto and Tass. So Osimo has lost to Tass? I haven't heard of it. Tass. Oh, well, I'm not gonna be able to up Japan. The plant. Oh, that's the plant player. Damn. Shoutouts. Shoutouts to that guy. Bad timing for videos. I wanted to make a video with territory upsets and the plant upsets. I guess I still could. Who cares, right? But shoutouts to Tass. Top 8ing a major with plant in the current state of the game is unbelievable. But I would still refer to Tass as a not great loss. Even though he got 9th at a B tier, I believe, as well, and obviously that really nice top 8. But that's all he has now. And no offense to him, of course, but I would expect that to be it. I don't think the Piranha Plant player is going to continue farming. Now, I hope he proves me wrong. I need to see Piranha Plant. But I think that's it. Shoot on Snow. Or shoot on Mudace. Who do you think would win between Mudace and Snow? That'd be a bang. I actually think Mudace would win that one. Snow is a spacing demon. I think that's the thing that he's the best at. Because that's kind of what you have to be the best at if you want to be good with Mario, to be honest. But I think Mudace is like potentially the best spacing player in the world. And obviously he is cheating. It's not that fair. But you know, the tournament bracket doesn't consider cheating. If I recall correctly, Mute lost to Karama the last time they played. Yeah, but the last time they played was at Summit. It's been a while. Like I wouldn't use that as valid info, unless they played since then and I missed it. In which case, point rescinded and Sass rescinded. I think Shuton's probably the most likely of this, though. I actually don't know. I should look up Shuton's record versus stuff before I start saying things, though. It's not even gonna show up if I do this. Oh, he does, probably. Shuton wins. Shuton wins. Yeah, okay. So that makes sense. It's not a great matchup for Mario, and by not a great matchup, I mean a bad matchup for Mario. And I don't think Olimar is like easy either. So, Shadow Shuton, Osimo on. I think Peepna is gonna upset both of those players. Top 8, assuming that he doesn't beat Sonics, of course. I think Peepna's gonna go on. What do we think about Bayo Mega Man? Actually, I don't feel super great about that one. What? I guess that would be decent. Mega Man, just like the range of the Bayo plays at pellets are kind of like perfectly. I'm putting Peepna to make top 8. My God, that's my Mega Man goat right there. And then you have Tweak Zamba, which is Zamba. You would definitely expect Zamba. You know, beat Tom Pete? That's right. Oh my God, I completely forgot that he did that. So Peep potentially has Geist into Lima. And he just beat Tom Pete. He's making top 8. He's making top 8. Unless Anand stops him. He's making top 8. And then you have Zamba versus Tweak, most likely. I think Zamba was like coin flip. Slight Zamba favor. Cola Zamba. Actually, I would favor Cola there. Oh, this is interesting. So here's how I would look at this. I think if Cola and Zamba play, I think Cola wins, and I think Tweak makes top 8. But if they don't play, then I think Zamba makes top 8. Which is tough. He was one of the best players versus Bale. When he interviewed him, being it was Lima. Yeah, that's a great point. He literally goes to school with Lima. Like when the guy's on your team, when the hardest Bale in the world to play against is on your team, you're gonna be good at the match. And obviously, Tom P's the best one, but Lima is definitely the hardest one. I will stand my ground there till. The top 4 were seeded the way they were because Hurt is definitely below the other 3, and seeding allows for matchups, songs, and Hurt while avoiding regional conflicts. Do you know what? I can appreciate that as an answer. If that's the actual answer, fair enough. Because yeah, absolutely, Hurt is the 4th seed, and if it's just to avoid, I can't be too mad. You know, sometimes we gotta rig the bracket to make it a little bit more interesting for the fans. That's just the way it goes. Anyway, though, I think let's say Zamba. I think because Zamba still has a chance, of course, versus Cola. I think I had Cola getting upset, didn't I? I think I had him upset. Okay, anyway, this is what my top 8 is gonna look like. I have no Tweak in it, which makes me really sad. But whatever. Our first matchup is Sonic's Hurt. Who do we think would win this one? I think Snake Sonic is even, personally. But I'm also very optimistic about Snake, of course. So Cola is like 55-45 Cola favor. I would honestly say it's like 60-40 Cola. Not an official answer or anything, but that's what I've heard and speculated. Okay, well, I'm going to take what you said as an official answer so I don't get mad at the Riptide. It's a really good answer. Okay, so you have Sonic versus Hurt, which has Sonic ever played Hurt? No, they've never played. Hurt has a winning record on Ken, I believe. I don't know if it's like a super dominant record though. So let's go check that. I also don't know what his record would be like versus Taike. Lost his last set to Ken. Oh, so he's only played Ken twice and he's traded sets there. It does beat Wrath. Well though, so that's nice. And you do have Ken going Sephiroth here. So maybe that's not the best match. I want to say Sonic has played Omar, Paul Kage, and Alandis. First only play Taike and Ken. Yeah, but I would, and no offense to any of those players, but I would say that Taike and Ken are significantly better than, not significantly better, but better than everyone that you just listed. Maybe Alandis and Apollo Kage better than Taike. But I would give it to Taike, honestly, off of his form. Maybe, yeah, it's tough with Alandis because he doesn't go to Ken a million arrows over summons. Yeah, but you could say the same thing about Hurt and every other Snake player. Hurt is significantly better than every other Snake player. This is like, honestly, this is such a giga banger because you just have like the 2 super awesome players of their character in a matchup that is like debatable on which character wins. 2 of the most broken ones in the game. It's gonna be a banger. I am gonna say that Sonic wins. I just think, I don't know, 100% bias from you. No, that's true. That's true. Flip a coin. No, we can't flip a coin for the most important matchup of the tournament because this is it. This is the most important one. By a lot. I guess not maybe by a lot because Spark for Sonic to be a banger. Come on, he's had a couple. Don't be pessimistic. I'm gonna say Sonic wins. He's just so good. But I think this is like as 50-50 as it could possibly get. And then you're gonna have Mia Spargo. Heavily favor Spargo in this one. Until I've seen Mia beat Spargo, I will always heavily favor. Because like with a Cola, at least Cola had like, or Cola had an idea. He had like a possible solution to Spargo. So every time they played, it's like, is the A just gonna be ready this time? I don't know. Maybe it will be. But with Mia, he just has his best choice is Sword Fighter, which is like, come on. So yeah, I would definitely expect Spargo to win that one. Shadow Shoe Tone. I think Aegis Corrin is miserable for Corrin. Maybe not her worst matchup at this point, but I think it is really bad. So I'm gonna pick Shoe Tone to win because the matchup was terrible. Have they played before? Actually, I should check that before I get too crazy here. played Invitational, and okay, I remember they played Invitational, and Shattuck did win at Invitational. Now, to be fair, that was like probably the worst competitive Smash weekend of Shuton's life, and that's not even like exaggerating. Or at least in his alt career, like he's got like a ninth, 2/9. Like this is like his worst ever placements. He's devastated by it. So maybe that's not the best metric, but I'm still gonna go with Shuton. Hurt wins, so Sonic makes the losers run to second. Well, he can make the winners run to second. Hold on. Meister's better in several more matchups than Mia because of his it's more neutral play style. Yeah, Meister and Mia play the game very differently because Mia is pretty much only looking to up air you, and Meister is looking to do everything else. I think that's like the best way I can describe it. Everything in Mia's game plan is figuring out how do I land an up air. Is it with a nair? Is it with a grab? Is it some other stupid way to get advantage state so I can get them above me? But with Meister, he's like, yeah, I'll throw 40 bombs and just see what you do to that. Yeah, I'll do 6 up smashes in a row. Can't punish that? That's cool. I got information. I'll see how you reacted to that. Not relevant, but I appreciate that you brought it up. It's a fun discussion. Spark might have to lose. Hey. Okay, I'll be done soon. Alright. Spark might have to lose to Sonic, so it doesn't give information to study on. He's only gonna try in grand finals. He's gonna go like plant in winner's side. He doesn't need those 2 sets. Even though Mia over Meister, a reason why he gets upset a lot is because he's so aggressive and all. It works so well with Game Watch. It's relaxing. Yeah, like objectively, the way you should be playing Game Watch is the way that Mia's playing the character. Because that's why Game Watch is good. Game Watch is good because he is able to set up into up air so easily, and up air is like the best advantage state. But Mike's way of playing Game Watch is incorrect. Like, there's no incorrect way to play that character. It's just different. Spargo mains Mr. Bling Bling now. Peven Zomba in top 8. Please elaborate. Yeah, I got you. So we have Zomba getting top 8 right here because his most likely opponent in the loser side is Tweak. Now, there is possibility that Tweak could get upset that I didn't really talk about. I honestly think Tweak has a better chance of making top 8 loser side. Like, through a full losers run, like if he gets upset by like Icy Mist, just goes crazy. Because Mia, terrible draw. Then we have this match between Zomba and Cola, which is a 60-40 for Cola. I'm kind of just banking on it not happening because I think Beastman Paul is going to beat Cola. And I think I would heavily favor Zomba. No, I don't think. I would heavily favor Zomba versus Tweak in the recent encounters. And then for Peanut, he has Geist, which he just beat Tom P, so he should be fine. He has Sonics in the winner side, which I think is like unironically winnable, which is crazy that I'm saying that. You have Onin. I think Mega Man Steve is terrible for Mega Man. I think Onin's probably the trickiest opponent that he has here. But Lima could definitely upset Onin. I think Bailey is pretty good against Steve. And as I just said, beat Tom P. They're also practice partners. Lima and Peanut. So I guess that could go either way. But then you have Osimo Peanut, and I just think Ryu does really big struggle for that character, to be honest. Like, one that you wouldn't really think about because you just don't see the matchup. But like everything that Mega Man does is a multi-hit. You're never going to be able to focus. You're not going to be able to get value out of Fireball. Well, maybe you can. Maybe Fireball just like eats pellets. I actually don't know how that interacts. But off stage, Nightmare, you can up B the second that Ryu hits you to get away. He doesn't have like I think it's a tough matchup. Mega Man does fight against Steve like even. Yeah, that's what I thought. Just because you forward air to destroy the walls. I think Peanut beat both the DD and Onin at a B tier in July. Oh, that's definitely gives me more credit. So yeah, anyway, even if he does get on it. Hey, cool shirt kid. Thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate that. Perfect. Sure, thanks so much. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for asking so politely. But now we have Peanut Zomba, which is like, I mean, the nuts got that one. I think Mega Man Rob is like actually like, it's a really different. You just get clipped by like literally everything. The Metal Bacon Friends are as free as they come. Then you're gonna have Mia Shuton, heavy favorite Mia here. Yeah, it's gonna be a full row. It's like Shuton has the matchup technically, but it's just the head to it is awful. Hurt Peanut. Okay. Mega Man Snake is really good for Mega Man. I think it's like one of Snake's worst matchups. So I think Peanut is gonna win this one. I'm kind of getting worked up now at this point. I'm seeing the bracket in front of me. And I'm thinking, oh my god, we could have a Mega Man top 4. It's possible. And here's the thing. What happened the last time Mia and Peanut played, chat? What do you think happened? Does anyone remember? I remember. I'll never forget. Mega Man in top 4? Top 3? Could this... Oh my god. Could this be possible? And then we have Sonic Spargo, obviously. Who do I think would win that one? It's the Roy is not going to get it done this time around. I don't think the Roy is going to be able to get it done. So who is Spargo going to play? What's the character that Spargo is going to bring out this time? Anyone got any guesses? Personally, I'm feeling... I don't think the Corn's going to make a resurgence. I was going to say, but I think the Corn might be dead. Aegis, maybe Aegis, you know, thrown in there for a loop. It could just be the Cloud, the El Clasico. Yeah, that's what GQ thinks. It could be the Plant, of course. Can't count it out. Now, I think it's Yoshi, low-key, that he would kind of cook on that character. I think it's going to be Link. I think it's the Spargo Link is going to make its return against Sonic. Because here's the thing. Link is pretty good against Sonic. You have Bomb to obviously be a huge disruptor in neutral. Nair is literally just like the best move in the game. It just beats out Sonic coming at you aggressively. Your kill potential is incredible with that character. And while the ledge trapping, or the edge guarding rather, is a bit of a problem, you were just going to be able to bomb yourself back to the stage often. So Sonic isn't really going to be able to put himself in situations where he's able to readily punish you unless Sonic is able to react to where Link's getting hit to the stage and then just hit him again, which Spargo will probably just tech that, but it's like just damage. Like, take a Sonic back here and a Link bomb. Yeah, you got back to stage, but you took like 25-30%. Like, you definitely take that. So yeah, I think that Spargo's going to pull out his Link, and he's going to win. Spargo Inkling. I forgot about this Spargo Inkling. Oh my god. We don't need it back, though. It can stay retired, but I just forgot about it. Oh, he might have been lying with Lucina. Ooh, okay, Lucina is like actually like a decent choice. Like, I would love to see Spargo's Lucina. I just want to see Spargo's like everything. He's just a cool player. I don't know. Then you have Sonic's Peanut. I mean, at this no, we can't. We can't. The streak has to continue. I can't. It's not right. But, like, if he can do it in winners, I think he can do it in losers, too. I really think that's, like, a 60-40 for Peanut, which is pretty good against Sonic. He wins Riptide 2024, imagine. Well, he could. What was the, it was Riptide that Tilde won, right? That there was a Mega Man in Grands? Was it MPG? Or was it Peanut? Did he get Grands at the, Riptide 2022, I believe it was? Like, he's done it before. It was Pete? Okay. Like, he's done it before. I'm just saying, it's not unthinkable. But then you're gonna have Spargo versus Sonic in that grand finals, and because this is such a 50-50, I mean, we gotta keep it going. It's just a good narrative. It's so funny, and yeah, it's a little bit at Sonic's expense, I suppose. But do you know what? He's gotten second at every major this year. Like, come on, I can't feel bad for him. I really can't. I can try. But it's tough. All right, yeah, that's my top 8. I'm honestly pretty happy with it. It's like majority of it is just me going with the seeding because I agree with the seeding except for this top 3, which again is garbage. But then you have this part of the bracket right here where we just get a little spicy. Keep for president, I mean, he's definitely the better of the 2 choices that are available. Keep top 10 era soon. Low key, I think he is only going to improve. Like I already had high hopes of Peanut. But after the interview, I was like, just the way that he talked about Mega Man, the faith that he had in that character, I just believe in it. I think he's going to take him to. And honestly, I can't wait. Mega Man is sick. Alright, I am going to be wrapping it up soon. It's a little bit of a short, but we got through everything that we needed to. Is there anyone that chat wants me to take a peek at before we bid our adieu? I want to look at before we bid adieu. I don't think so. I want to see if ESEM's going. I always like to check if ESEM's going. He is the Hawkeye of the NA Avengers. Hawkeye was my favorite, so I'll take that. See, Commander Calico, thanks for joining. All right, it doesn't seem like anyone special request. So thank you everyone who joined the stream today. It was a good one. Recap video might be out tonight. but realistically, it'll be out by tomorrow at least. So yeah, thanks everyone for joining.